There's a lot of people that one of the main reasons for how do you say not being interested in Torah or Judaism or religion at all is the fact that the Torah and also in the Talmud there are all these scientific statements. One of the most outstanding is the Earth going around the sun, or does the sun go around the Earth? It seems, according to the Torah, Maimonides says that the sun goes around the Earth. The sun goes one every day, makes this whole journey around the Earth. Huh? And the scientists say it can't be, and this, and the Lubavitcher Rebbe, he deals with all these. It says, especially according to the theory of relativity, you can't tell what goes around what. And it used to be for thousands of years that they did think that there was what's called a geocentric plan, that the world was the center and that the stars went around it. And according to that, Jews made their calculations about the month exactly, very exactly for thousands of years. Okay, but I'm not coming to answer those things. And there's also the age of the world. How could it possibly be that the world is only 5,700 years old? That makes no sense, right? And etc. And there's all these other details of what was created only in 7 days, exactly 7 days. So the Torah becomes like a source of sort of proof that it's outdated. Maybe people believed in this stuff before science came along, but now, come on, we've proven to beyond the shadow of a doubt. Okay, so the Lubavitcher Rebbe especially put a lot of energy and time into indicating and showing how that all of the things that it says in the Torah fit reality. And what the scientists say also could, alternative ways of figuring out the same thing, alternative, explanations. But nevertheless, the Torah way is the real way. Oh, I got it. Okay. So there's this mosquito that's been terrorizing me. And I think that his reign of terror has ended. Okay, ready? Here we go. The Tzemach Tzedek notes in one of his discourses on Tuesday of Parshat Balak in the year 1802, our master, the first Rebbe of Chabad, said to his sons as follows: let us understand the problem which is posed by the astronomers. That they say that since the earth is round and spherical like an apple, why do not people fall down who live on the opposite side of the globe? Somebody has to fall down because, for instance, America on the other side of the world, when people that are in Russia, so they're standing upright. What about the people on the other side? Why don't they fall down? So what's the answer? What's the answer? I mean, a little bit I learned whatever is Newton, right? So Newton says that every physical body has I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. This is what I think it is. It has a pull, some sort of a magical pull, which is called gravity. And the bigger the item is the more gravity it had. And to prove this, he observed the paths of the planets as they were going on. And when one planet came near to the other, so they pulled each other closer, which diverted them slightly from their paths, proving that there is gravity. So the same thing is that we're on the earth, so the ball of the earth, it pulls us down. It pulls we're little bodies we also have a gravity pull, but so we're attracted to the earth and the earth is attracted to us. So therefore we don't fall down because the earth has this magical force called gravity, which no one has seen, no one has measured. There's no indication that there is really any sort of a force that you can break or you can say. Anyway, gravity, even though there's a lot of proofs of the Einstein, I think, proved that gravity even makes light bend, and that's a whole big theory. Okay. Nevertheless, that's the answer they get. And it's a pretty good answer. It's a pretty powerful answer. And it's been proven, validated a lot of ways. But the Tzemach Tzedek said that the answer is not true. The answer is not right. I mean, it might seem to be right, and the answer explains things good, but it's not right, right? He said that the answer is an explanation of the Eitz Chaim. Eitz Chaim is a book written by the Arizal like 450 years ago. So that the 9 spheres, the planets, are nurtured by a level which is called igulim, circles. In other words, the reason the stars and the planets go around in a circle is to indicate a spiritual principle which is working on them, and that's called circles, where there's no up and there's no down. Therefore, wherever a thing is, it always strives to move. Therefore, those who live opposite us, when they're below, their heavens are above them, because all of creation comes from this level which is called surrounding, where there is no up or down. Therefore, people are the main thing. That's why we're created. So because people are, I mean, in a way you can say the world is not geocentric, it's egocentric, not a nice word. It's homocentric, right? Homo sapien, human-centric, anyway. And so therefore, wherever a person is, he partakes of this level where there is no up or down. So therefore, the people who are opposite us, their heavens are above them, and they're in one continuity with the heavens which are above us. And the earth there is below, relevant to the heavens over it. In other words, God put man on the earth. So this power of God putting man on the earth means you're always going to be standing on it. You're not going to float away or go to the other place. So it ends up that the heavens are always above us, and the earth is always going to be below us, no matter where we are. And how can this possibly be? Why? Because the whole entire creation comes from this level where there is no real up or down. So everything is only relative to where you are. I mean, you can see I really don't understand this 100%, but nevertheless, that's what he says. Because the world comes from this level, which is called surrounding, so therefore everything is ruled by, by unlimitedness. There's no up and there's no down. So therefore, your feet are on the ground where you're here. When you're on the upper side of the world, it's the exact same thing, even though you're on the opposite side, right? The opposite side. As we'll try to understand tomorrow. Let's do a story.